Hello everyone, I'm Dick Wolf. Welcome to the County Buzz. We begin our series talking about Veterans Affairs. We've got Bobby Clark here, the Veteran Service Officer, and Wayne Simpson. He's the commander of the Disabled American Veterans. Got a lot to talk about veterans. Veterans Day is coming up.
John T's Barbecue, conveniently located on the square in Winchester, full-service dining with a relaxed hometown atmosphere. Try some delicious items at reasonable prices. Fresh smoked meats including pulled pork, chicken, beef brisket, baby back ribs, and bacon. Other specialties include grilled burgers, fried catfish, smoking nachos, and stuffed Tennessee taters. Open Thursdays and Fridays 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and 4 to 9 p.m. Saturdays 11 to 9 and Sundays 11 to 3. John T's, not your typical barbecue joint.
Steel Salvage. Looking for ways to clean your garage out and pick up a few extra dollars? Got an old engine block in your yard? If it's metal or wire, it has value, and Steel Scrapyard will pay you for it. Cash money. What scrap, you say? Iron, cast iron, tin, bundles of wires, all sorts. Precious metals like aluminum, copper, brass. Bring top dollar. Even those storm windows and doors can bring you money. Put it on the scale and hold out your hand. Money for scrap at Steels. Located at 504 4th Avenue Southwest in Winchester, they buy and sell almost everything.
Hammers, your hometown department store. Unbeatable prices and new stock is always being added. They've got a great selection of fall and winter fashions for the cold months ahead, hunting gear for all the sportsmen, scrubs, work clothes, fabrics, tools, and even great gift ideas like toys and jewelry. Conveniently located on the boulevard in Winchester, Hammers has something for everyone. Come in today and enjoy service with a smile.
Well, hello again.
Morning.
Clark, tell me about, you're the Veteran Service Officer, Franklin County.
Yes, sir.
Tell me where you are and what you do.
We're located in the Franklin County Annex,
Right.
839 Downing Shore Boulevard. There's signs all up the hallway that route you right there. And
Sometimes we can hear you down the hall.
we're there to help veterans in any way we can with filing claims, getting them in the medical facility at Murfreesboro. Just any way we can help them, we're there to help them, and to educational benefits. So Miss Michelle Stovall, she's assistant there in the office. There's two of us. We have a lot of folks in and out all the time, but we welcome any veteran to come, and we're there to help them in any way we can.
Okay, and Wayne Simpson, you're commander of the Disabled American Vets. That's a different non-government unit.
Right.
Why don't you tell me what the Disabled American Vets are all?
We are a 501c3 organization, and for disabled veterans, those that have a disability, a service-incurred disability. And as the commander, we have about 191 people that are members of our chapter, and we need to build our attendance better than we're getting it. But it's like any other volunteer group. Folks have got a lot of things planned, and they don't get around all the time. Our meetings are the third Tuesday night in the month. Every month except November, we meet at Sarah & Kohler's restaurant in Cowan, and dinner starts at 5. Our business meeting starts at 6 o'clock, and we're generally out of there by 7.
So you're getting that meeting done in advance so you can observe Veterans Day?
We are. We're involved in so many different activities within the area for Veterans Day. Personally, I'm speaking twice at a local elementary school about veterans and about my experiences. I've had a lot of them. I'm getting old.
Well, and I'm going to ask you, why don't you tell us about some of those experiences? When did you serve, and how did you get disabled?
I served from March of 1956 until May of 1976. And my job was intelligence, military intelligence for the whole time. And we had a lot of exciting things happen. Some things we can talk about, and some things now have been unclassified that we did. One of the things that I was personally involved in was with the U2 program and the SR-71 program, both of which have been declassified to where you can talk a little bit about them. But they were the highest altitude until we got into satellites later on.
Right. I remember the old radar days in Loran where we used to navigate by guessing. And so do you coordinate between yourself and Mr. Clark's office?
We just about weekly or month, at least 2 or 3 times a month, we have overlapping responsibilities and we assist each other.
Yeah. And so you've got some programs coming up to observe Veterans Day, Bobby.
Yes, sir. On November the 10th from 10 to 3, from 10 o'clock to 3 a.m. to 10 o'clock to 3 p.m., we're going to have an open house at the Veteran Service Office. And on that day, the driver service for veterans will be here. And that's a new state program. They have a van, a big van, that's air conditioned and heated with a waiting area inside to where you can come and get your driver's license renewed. Or if you need your CDLs renewed, you can get those renewed. If you need a picture ID that day. And a lot of veterans come in to see me about getting what they call an identification card. And the only identification card now that's available to veterans is the one that the VA medical system gives.
That's the one I have.
And the only way that you can get one of those cards is if you are enrolled in the VA medical system. Well, that system is income-based. So some folks' income is more than allows them to be in it unless they have a service-connected disability. Or they served in Vietnam where they could have possibly been exposed, where they were presumptively exposed to Agent Orange and herbicide. And because of that, they're able to get in the VA medical system. But a lot of veterans don't fall into that category, so they don't have an identification card. And that day, the driver's license folks is going to be here. If you'll bring your DD-214 and go in, they will put that you're a veteran on your driver's license. And they'll issue you a new driver's license with a veteran on it. It's an $8 charge, I believe, for that. And if your DD-214, it has to be authorized. So if your DD-214 is not a certified copy, you can bring it up to the office, and we'll look at it, and we're able to tell, and we'll stamp it, and then they'll take it that it's an original certified copy, and we'll stamp it, and they'll take it, and you'll be able then to get that on your driver's license. And the reason a lot of folks want that is because of the discount that's given to veterans, and that's sometimes that's quite a sum. If some of the local places like that do that, and so that day and a lot of times they require a picture ID, and that will give them a picture ID, and so that's a service that's going to be offered that day.
And what about that Jeep ride?
Oh yeah, we're going to have for all you World War II veterans, and Korean veterans probably use the same Jeep. There's Mr. Ron Bailey is going to have a vintage World War II Willys Jeep there. And so he's going to give Jeep rides. So we're going to have a big day. We're going to have refreshments inside, and the service organizations will be there, like the DAV. I'm sure they'll have a representative there, and the VFW and the American Legion. And I like to say that we have three great service organizations in this county. And if you're a veteran, you need to be a member of one of them, because of
American Veterans,
the VFW, or the Veterans of Foreign Wars, or the American Legion, because those are the folks that represent you when we file a claim for you. Those are the folks that represent you.
And you told me earlier there's about 3,400 veterans in Franklin County?
About 3,400 veterans in Franklin County, that's right.
And Wayne, you were telling me that sometimes we have homeless veterans.
Oh, we do, and we collaborate between our office and Bobby's office, and generally we take care of the veteran on the spot. get them into a motel at least temporarily, and then begin to work long term with some of the other organizations that are within the county that assist them in getting permanent housing to where they're no longer homeless.
Are the numbers large?
More than I would like for us to have. We presently are working with one. Yesterday we got a call. We put him up for the night in a motel, and they're going to pursue today getting him permanent housing.
Okay. Now, Bobby, what about the veterans that have medical appointments? I know we have a clinic at the Arnold Center for veterans, and also the main hospital is in Murfreesboro. How do veterans get help getting there and back and so forth?
Well, we have a program through the Veteran Service Office Office that was funded by the South Central Human Resources, gave us some money for transportation. And we use that, and if a veteran needs a ride to Murfreesboro, the Tullahoma Clinic, or McMinnville. McMinnville has a new clinic that a lot of Franklin County veterans use. And they don't have the funding to get there. Then we have the funding to help them get there. We use the Franklin County Public Transportation. And they call us, we set up the appointment, and we pay for it. And the DAV, they're very good about helping pay. I've had veterans when we didn't have the money that the DAV always, anytime I've ever asked the DAV or any service organization for help, they've always come through. There's never been a question. There's just any way we can help. That's what we want to do. We want to help veterans.
Are we helping veterans as much as we can, or are there areas where we could use a little more help?
There's always areas that we can use a little more help. Well, you know, volunteers sometimes are a good thing. Is a good thing when someone can volunteer some time to give one a ride, or go visit one in their nursing home. You know, we have a lot of veterans in nursing homes. A lot of the nursing homes here in the county have veterans in them. And to go visit one of them, that's a good way to help.
Do you have access? Could you provide a list of which homes have veterans, or how would we go about doing that?
We can, with some of them I know that are in homes. We know who they are, and we can give that. We can give folks that would like to have a visit. There's all kinds of opportunities to help veterans.
Okay,
and you're 3,400 of them. Any other needs that they might have that we should be trying to meet?
I would like to address the subject you brought up, the Agent Orange, and as Bobby has said, if you were in Vietnam, in Southeast Asia, in most cases, it's presumed that you were exposed to Agent Orange. For instance, one of my jobs, I was a combat photographer, and I took pictures, rode with the ranch hands, which were spraying Agent Orange throughout South Vietnam. And a lot of people walked through the forest, didn't know they were exposed, and folks that are running around, I think, in Franklin County that do not know that there's opportunities for them. You need to see Bobby or you need to see us. We will assist you. And our Vietnam veterans now are getting old enough that they're replacing our World War II veterans in needs, and age is bringing about a lot of needs. I personally have suffered from cancer because of Agent Orange, and that's my disability, and I still am battling with that constantly. And we've got people that can help and talk and help ease the burden, just knowing somebody else cares. And we have members that are suffering other cancer ailments that come about from either the service connection or Agent Orange or some other herbicide that was used.
So that's in there's more federal money available for Agent Orange victims, and the government's kind of owning up to it now.
Yes, sir.
So many years they didn't own up to it. Well, when I was active with the ranch hands and with the things that I was doing. I had no knowledge. I was young and didn't know what was going on and didn't know the ramifications of the herbicides that we used.
Going to that, if all Vietnam veterans are presumptive of being exposed to Agent Orange, a herbicide that was used in Vietnam in certain areas in Thailand and up on the DMZ in Korea during that time, 1961, 1975. And those presumptive diseases are heart conditions, ischemic heart disease, certain cancers, diabetes, diabetes type 2, and there's a list of those things. And I have Vietnam veterans come in that don't to get into the medical system. They don't realize that's they're open from. They suffered from those diseases for years. But one of the main diseases, service connected, is PTSD. That's one of the main ones, a traumatic brain injury. Most combat soldiers that were in combat, some way or other, more than likely suffer from PTSD.
Something to watch for.
Something to watch for. And when they come in and they talk, and we talk for just a few minutes, you usually get an idea, and then we send them for a PTSD exam.
I want to thank you very much for bringing these items up. I hope we can observe Veterans Day this November 11th by visiting a vet in a nursing home and maybe encouraging a veteran that's maybe have PTSD to see someone to care for it.
And PTSD, there's no shame to having it. We all do. We all do.
Thank you very much.